Hello, a change of setting, a change of pace? Not really. It's back to chemical engineering and engineering mathematics, integral calculus, and you can all follow. You can read up a little if you're not from chemical engineering backgrounds. And going back to Leibniz, I'll read a portion of this. And a corollary of this, that nothing is without reason or there is no effect without a cause. A corollary of this, or better an example, is Archimedes' postulate, which that given equal weights on both sides of a balance with equal arms, everything is in equilibrium. All right, equilibrium or equilibrium. So, which is that in Canada, in the Supreme Court of Canada, Veritas, the goddess, is holding a book, so book of law, book of justice, because law and justice, you would like them to have equal masses on the scale. Then force mass multiplied by acceleration has power. So the force of law, the force of justice, so it has power. But if you look at Archimedes, remember the fulcrum, two-thirds the length on one side, one-third the length on the other side, and it balances twice the amount of mass or weight on one side and once the measure of mass on the other side. So one measure and two measures. I proved this to you. I proved this to myself as well. All right, I have a kitchen weighing scale. I have a little wooden um, doublet. What is it called? Double, little wooden double, thin one. And I marked, measured two-thirds, one-third, and twice the measure on which side with that the internet showed me which side is the right one and which side, or you could see trial and error. That's always a possibility. So, and it stood. I even shot a picture and shared it with my research. So, which gets more power, law or justice? Obviously, justice. Chief Justices of the Supreme Court of Canada. Provided they're providing the right justice, then this is the right course of society, the right dictates of society, that justice be given twice the amount of power or weight and force, because force is mass into acceleration, mass multiplied by acceleration, twice the amount of force. Um, so, uh, I'm hoping I have approached the Supreme Court of Canada because my several pieces of work in all the three areas I've worked in, which is chemical engineering and related areas, research in chemical engineering and related areas, uh, along with research ideas, about 44 at least, and biomedical engineering, etc., as the related areas, and then writing creative nonfiction, four works, and fiction, one work, and then, of course, political essays, a few literary essays, a lot of political essays, lots and lots, some of which are all on the internet. Even in creative nonfiction, a few pieces are on the internet. So, I would like to think justice has twice the amount of mass. But remember, it's balancing. If given two-thirds the length, it's balancing. Um, Only one measure of law, which is given one-third the length. So more power to justices, less power to law. So that's what Archimedes said. All right. So going to earning power in a democracy. So here, sigma x. So n, of course, n equals 1, total population, closer, total population. So again, I'm looking at Canada, so that's so summation. So this would be 35 million. Population is 35 million, and so that's the solution. All right, A sigma x equals 35 million, and then power uh, zero to limits zero to gross domestic product or gross national product, and power, of course, integrated over time. with respect to time, integrated with respect to time. And again, this using the same argument I used in my earlier video, in my previous video, work. But I think I believe I said no, work is equal to force multiplied by distance. That was correct. So I believe I said energy. Did I say energy? I'm sorry. Force multiplied by distance. And So work divided by time and then this again, energy work is energy expended, change in kinetic energy, and so time dt, and then law energy ln t plus constant of integration, which is the difference between the limits. So GDP, GNP, or GNP. So energy ln T is equal to, is equal to 35 million minus the GDP, GNP is 2.241 trillion US dollars, Canada's. So, which means you get a negative number for energy time. Long time, let's say 10 years, you could see average amount of energy, you could get a calculation if you were to take 10 years, 25 years, a measure for energy. And it's some of it is going waste, but then you're not considering working for yourself, to live, to to live, to exist, daily existence. So that's what I've written here. There is not enough income for energy expended, but of course a lot of energy goes towards daily existence. Cooking for ourselves, it's not. My mother's favorite joke was homemakers should be paid. I'll ask mommy, mom, because I call my mommy, my son calls me mommy. And my passport says homemaker. What humble pie I've eaten in life, What humble pie? Because I always rode the wave of an engineer in my family. My uncles, my father died when I was 11, but my uncles made a lot of it because I was an engineer. So I have been made to eat humble pie all my life. Not all my life. There were good days, but I worked very hard, very hard. So, anyways, uh, so um, as a you would uh, so excess of energy, a lot of it is going waste. So this is an interesting calculation to make. Long time, long 25. We will see. Long 25 is what? Long 25. Long 25 years. We'll see. Long 25 is 3.2. So going to Excel. Okay, I'm opening Excel. Is equal to 35 or 2.41 trillion. Trillion is going to be hard to write. 35 million. Okay. We'll say minus 2, no, 241. So this is 1. This is million, billion. Okay. By or ln, it's best I take the number. Ln 25, ln, or ln. Long. Okay, mathematical. Long log. I'm getting long. Oh. Minus 6, which would be is equal to minus over 25 years. You have to see 685 minus 6.85 billion. Well, roughly 6.84 billion. So it's minus 6.84 billion. So a lot of it over 25 years. If I had gotten money for what all I did, I would have 6.85 billion. That much of it is waste. But the rest of it is accounted for. I have been paid some. All right, signing out, Gayatri Sitaram. Thank you.